So, hello and welcome to the season finale after show. Yay! So, thank you for joining us all season. We have most of the cast here, so we'll start from our left and go to our right, and you can tell them what character you play and your real name.
I'm Larry, and I play Darren.
I'm Tamisha, and I play Ashley.
I'm Savion, and I play T.R.A.D.E.
I am Wendell, and I play Fonte.
I'm Brian, and I play Jeremy.
I'm Rico, and I play Cant.
And I'm Trey, and I'm not on it. But I did write it, so I'm happy to have all these people aboard. These people did a phenomenal job. So let's just jump right into it. Before we talk about the episode, how was this experience for you? Wendell, we'll start with you. I think this was your first acting. And we have Bentley joining us on the set today, guys. This is Bentley. He's joining us today. Wendell, how was this for you?
This, of course, was a new experience for me. This is the first time that I've actually did a web series or acting, for lack of better words. But it was growth for me. It was exciting. It was something outside of the norm that I typically would not do. So I actually enjoyed getting to meet with everybody, to mesh with everybody's characters, their attitudes. So it was very fun. It was a very fun experience.
That's awesome. Billy is yours. Wendell. Tamisha, how was it for you being the only main female actress on the show?
Well, actually, I like being like the center of attention, and even though I wasn't in this case, but I was the only female, and so I felt like I had this this connection with everybody, and that I was just like special. So I don't know.
Fabian, what was the hardest part for you?
Kind of just piggyback. Like filming with Tamisha was probably the easiest. For everybody. Everybody was always excited for their little scene with Tamisha. Because you know it was going to be the bomb. You just knew it was going to be good. But the hardest part for me, I think it was when I actually had to do some monologues and had to evoke some emotion. Because on set, I love to play around. I love to laugh. So to become serious, in front of the camera, and having to go to that place and bring that out was a little difficult.
So Brian, your role was different. How did you feel about playing? Well, the first part we first saw Brian. I don't even know if people realized it, but on episode 3 we saw Brian as the rapist. How was that for you?
I enjoyed being a rapist, but it was something. It was definitely different, But it didn't. I don't think it took a lot of talent to do. It's just more so just getting in character. But it was. I was kind of uneasy because I wasn't sure, how explicit it was gonna have to be. But other than that, it was a good experience. I'm sure that'll be my only time being a rapist, but.
I hope so. So, Rico and Larry, so you played the main couple on the series. How was it playing a couple on camera for you two?
For me, it was fine because I'm in a relationship in real life. So it was kind of similar to that. So kind of it came easy for me.
It was challenging at times just to figure out how far to go to make it believable. Especially when the person you're acting with husband is the director. It's you don't want to do too much.
I did a great job. What would you say was one of the hardest things, and this is hardest things about this season?
Well, for me, going back to what Larry was saying, with being intimate for me, that was really hard for me.
Is that because you're not that intimate in real life? Or? I'm kidding. I'm sorry.
JB.
What about you, Wendell? What was one of the hardest things for you?
So probably the hardest thing that I had to do was, for one, slap Andre. I am not a valid person, so
So how close are you to Vontae, the character you play?
I'm very close to Vontae. Very close. I think Vontae and we are looking for love. We are very career driven.
So Vontae's looking for love, guys.
Very career driven, and I think most people are intimidated by first my height, and then when I go into what I do, and just to let them know how I am with my career. They're intimidated by that. So Vontae and I are very much alike in that aspect.
What about you, Terrell? I'm sorry, Savion, who plays Terrell.
How close am I to my character?
Or how similar is Savion and Terrell?
I guess the fun side of Savion is very similar to Terrell, but like when you peel all of those layers back, like nothing like it. Like it's so crazy. Like when you really peel everything back, it's like, you know, I'm this person that's like just like everybody else, really vulnerable and wanting love.
So Tamisha, coming into this, did you expect it to be this fun or challenging, or first, how was the experience for you?
Well, first of all, I am nothing like Ashley. Ashley is, let me just answer that, because a lot of people are trying to put me in this box. But I'm not going to go in the box because I'm not like Ashley. I do have a little bit of an attitude, but I'm actually a professional. And, so let me just get that straight. But anyway, coming into this, I was just kind of like nervous, and I was like, you know, I always felt like I'm a very dramatic person. I've always felt like everybody's always told me I need to act or whatever. But that's very different from actually doing it. So it was kind of tough for me because I do have this I feel like I have like this extra personality. I'm extra all the time, even at work, and that's how I met the director. And so I think he's seen that in me. And so, but I just felt like, you know, I had to kind of like taper it down and kind of to be, you know, Ashley that y'all see on the screen. So, but what was the other question? I'm sorry.
So what, you tone yourself down to be Ashley?
I did.
Oh wow.
You know what I mean? But he's like, yeah, I mean, because I am like, I can get a little bit extra.
Yeah.
But yeah. what is the dog?
I don't
Anyway,
know.
So Rico, how was it working with Trey?
Actually working with T.R.A.D.E, actually it was fine because I know him. I know how he works and his work ethics and everything. So, and I know what he expects. So for me, it wasn't anything.
But didn't you kind of honestly feel like he was harder on you?
No,
No?
I didn't.
Oh, okay.
So now Matthew knows.
Right.
No running.
No,
in here.
actually, no, not at all. Really, I actually expected that. I expected him to be harder on me, but he wasn't, and so I was like, okay, I guess I'm doing what he wanted me to do. So,
Okay, so
I missed something. I'm sorry.
No.
Y'all was talking about me?
no.
No,
Oh.
we weren't talking about you. We tried to get
So-
Rico to talk about you.
It didn't work.
Yeah, so I want, maybe we can go around this way. Just like working with Trey and thinking about like one thing. If you could describe working with Trey in one word, what would it be?
I think, well, he only really got on us once when I was here. So, I mean, but when I knew he was serious, that was the first time I really seen him like serious because we had wasted time and people didn't know their lines. I knew mine. But the other and so it was like, I seen him really kind of like get kind of like tough and was like, you know what, this don't make no sense. Y'all need to learn your line. But other than that, he's very good to work with. I mean, you know, very accommodating. I wasn't always present for things, and so because I have a busy schedule, and so I mean, it's just like my life. But he was very accommodating, and so that I appreciated.
Thank
So
you.
continue that next season. And that's pretty much it. I mean, I thought he was good. How was he to work with?
How was he to work with? Oh gosh. I think he has just a really amazing trait. Everybody like on set knows like I don't really be saying all the lines that really be written. I be saying my own lines. So Trey possesses a trait that I think a lot of directors have to develop into, and allowing like actors or actresses to actually be a part of the actual work and let that acting actually come through in the art. And that's just freedom of speech. Like, even though it's your vision, allowing someone else to come in and bring it to life and being themselves, and, you know, not being so dogmatic about, you know, this is what's on the paper, this is the script, you say the script and just the script. He gave us a lot of creative freedom, so I really appreciate that from him. So, yeah.
So a word for me would probably be motivating. Because at times, and I know you guys could not see, but I was very nervous. Very nervous. And so when we would have to do another take, he would advise me to calm down, to, you know, take breath. But for me, that was very motivating. Being a new person coming into this, for me, very motivating.
But you come off on camera so well. Like you should sit there, but
It's like, oh my God, I don't want him fussing at me in front of everybody.
Trey really doesn't fuss that much.
No,
that much.
No, he doesn't.
But he does through his eyes. He doesn't say much, but
Yes.
through his eyes he'll be like, like that old grandmother kind of look. But anyway, go ahead.
Grandma.
For me, I would probably say one word, well, two, easygoing. But I would say this. You know, was my first time acting, but considering the stories that I've read about directors, you know, you came off as understanding. Cause like Savion, I didn't remember my lines half of the time, but
I knew my line. I just didn't say no.
okay, you should.
Sure.
Okay, but easygoing. So I respect that. Especially the scenes that I shot. You went over them with me. You confirmed with me. Hey, are you comfortable with this person? So I kind of felt like I was connected and you know, involved with.
Yeah, because you had some tough scenes.
Yeah, so I appreciate that for real. And by that being my first time, you know, we talked and stuff. You were like, hey, you know, let me know if you uncomfortable with this or if you want to do it over, edit it. But I respect that, you know, because that, you know, that shows that my opinion counts too, and it matters, right? So.
Well, one word that I would use to describe him will be prompt, because I've been with him for 9 years, and he's definitely a prompt person. Like, he believes if he said we're starting at 2:00, we starting at 2:00, not 2:05, not 2:03, 2:00. And he has a schedule for everything that we're going to do, and he's going to stick by that schedule. And if we're not going by that schedule, somebody's going to
Getting written out.
yeah, that part. Yeah, he will write
Like
you
in
out.
the moment.
Yeah.
He
In
will
the
write you
moment,
out.
yeah.
You in, you out. Okay.
Yeah.
That actually happened. They only happened one time, but it did happen. Like, somebody didn't show up, and the show must go on. So we wrote them right out in that moment.
Very
And
prompt.
went
And
on.
that's in everything.
And I think that's a good time to segue to
To revenge, right? So in the episode, you saw that some revenge was going on, whether it was necessary or not. It happened. So, Tamisha, we'll start with you. Have you ever gotten revenge on someone?
I've been very tempted, and okay, so I had an opportunity to be revengeful, and it was actually recently. But I actually didn't take it because I feel like, you know, I just believe in karma, and I believe in letting just kind of let stuff go, and
Let it go.
So, and so I didn't do it, but I can see why people fall into getting revenge. Like, I can see why people take that avenue because it's like somebody hurts you,
You want to hurt them back.
automatically want to hurt the person back, and then it's like you would think that it will make you feel better, and you would think that that's gonna help, like that's gonna make you kind of like be able to move on. But I think in the big picture, I think that's actually,
I agree.
not gonna work.
What about you, Fabian? Are you revengeful?
Revengeful. That's such a strong word. Oh God.
You think about it a lot. It sounds like you are.
Yes.
Take you a long time to answer.
So I feel like revenge is like a plot, like right. So like I actually thought about like getting you back and pulled up like a whole thing of how to shut you down, like in every situation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like I want you to hurt. I want to see you bleed. So when it comes to being revengeful, I can't honestly say that I'm revengeful, but I am very spiteful. Yeah, I can be very spiteful, especially in moments. I'm not saying that like it's a good thing. It's something I'm working on, and have been working on. So
Well, that's good.
yeah, but I can be very spiteful at times because my thing is like, and I'm just being honest. But if you bite me, I'm gonna bite back. And it's not. It didn't matter to me how you bit me. Just understand that my bite is my bite. It may be deeper than what you did, but you shouldn't have bit me in the first place. So don't bite me unless you want to get bit.
Got the curse after that.
Right.
Rico?
What was the question? Original question?
Have you ever gotten revenge on someone?
Yes, and I feel like it depends on the situation and what's going on. Because I do believe karma's definitely gonna come around, whether I do it to get back at you or somebody else do it. But I do believe it's gonna come around. But it also depends on the situation, and it depends on the moment. If I feel like getting you back, then at that moment, then I will. And it may not necessarily be in the same way that you got me. It may be in a different way. And I may also do it in a way that you're not even realize that I'm getting you back. But I know it, But that's just me.
Well,
That just sounds petty.
right. That's what it sounded like, did you?
I can be petty.
For me, yes, I have.
You got revenge on somebody?
I have.
What'd you do?
I'm not going to say. However, what I will say is, a lot of people, they see my outer appearance, this dressed up professional, this, put together individual. But I also have to remind people that I am by way of Memphis, Tennessee.
We don't.
And
Not on one.
yeah, I just have to remind people, don't cross me. Don't cross me. So I have, and nothing that I'm proud of, but I just have to remind people, don't cross me.
Larry?
Actually, no, I don't get revenge. I mean, I feel like my revenge is being successful. Honestly, and just using my energy. Yes.
I don't believe it.
Okay, well, I didn't ask you to. So I think the question was to me. So I'm going to continue answering.
See? Revenge.
That was not revenge. That was putting you in your place. That's the difference. So revenge is when doing the things that you just talked about. No, I don't, because when people do things, sometimes they do things from a hurt place. And that's why it's just like hurt people. So why continue the cycle?
That's true.
I agree. Brian?
I agree. I want to be more revengeful.
You want to be?
I want to be, but you know what? I don't try. It's real hard, because when you're a good person, people tend to prey on you, and they take advantage of you. So it's really hard not to come off or be revengeful. But I did have an opportunity to be revengeful, and I took it. And honestly, it didn't work out. And I still lost at the end, I'll say. I won't go into details, but what I learned from that is just sometimes, a wise man once told me, it's okay to be called names. Everybody's not going to understand you. People are always not going to be able to relate to you. Sometimes you got to take a few jabs. Sometimes it takes a few jabs in order to, to bounce back harder next time. So, sometimes you just got to take losses. Losses are not always bad things. So I'm just learning just to be more humble, you know, despite the things that I've been through in life and my experiences. You know, it made me who I am today. And I also, you know, not to get off topic, but I don't think a lot of people will pass up that opportunity. Sorry, Bentley, I'm trying to talk. I don't think a lot of people
Bentley
will pass
loves
up the
Brian.
opportunity. So I think, you know, we can't always just do what everybody else is doing. Be different. Sometimes even if you have to look a fool, you know, just be different. Stand in your own place. And so, in a nutshell, I don't believe in revenge. You know, let things play out. Karma always will work out in your favor. And when you do things genuinely, life always has a way of coming back and
I agree.
working in your favor. So
I like how you said about the happy, like just being happy. I noticed this really recently, like just living your life, being happy. It actually makes those people like so like mad at you. It's like they want to see you hurt, and they rather you get them back because that's showing some type of, you know, something that's showing
that
some
you care.
type of, right. But when you're living your life, you're having fun, you're doing whatever. They hate that. They really hate it, and that actually makes them kind of look at you even worse, like hate you even more. And you know, it's fine because like what my little students say, if you ain't got no haters, you ain't popping.
Right.
Popping. I remember like dealing with my ex before I moved here, and like we had a very public relationship, like on social media, everything. And he actually broke up with me on Facebook on Christmas Eve. My friends called me and actually told me about it. And like he said like all these nasty bad things about me, and I just really bit the bullet on it like for an entire year and didn't go after him. I didn't say nothing to him. I had so many opportunities to do it, but it really wasn't worth it. And it was so interesting because within 3 months he was dating somebody else, and he was like very upfront, and still is very upfront about, you know, his relationship on social media. But I wasn't like I got vengeance, but you know, kind of like vengeance is mine, thus saith the Lord. I was able to see like karma play out really quick because the guy didn't look like me.
You know what?
Jesus, stupid.
Stupid.
So
Downgraded.
one of y'all kind of hit on it, talking about pettiness and revenge. So do you think that is a difference between pettiness and revenge, or is pettiness really just a form of revenge?
I don't know. Like nowadays, pettiness to me on social media, pettiness is like almost like a rite of passage.
Yeah.
Like I know people who they like get like they're like the petty squad, and they
just do
like
petty stuff.
But they're doing things. They say that it's all in fun and it's all in, but my thing is the word pettiness in itself is negative. So it's like, how could that be all in fun? But it's like they talk about people, they do little things on social media, and it's just like, but why? Like I remember a time when Facebook was like nice and everybody was talking about things, and now it's just like everybody's so petty. I do think it's a difference between pettiness and revenge, because I think pettiness is when you kind of like, I don't know, you kind of look down on people, or you kind of like talk about people, or it's like more mean,
Shadiness,
right? And I think revenge is like you said before, when you are really kind of like putting forth an honest effort to get somebody back. I don't think that's what pettiness.
Well, to me, pettiness can come in the form to me of like even the opportunity not to take on a revenge. I'm like, you just paid it. Like somebody, you can, like a person that you have the opportunity like to just be rude to, like publicly over something they did, like publicly humiliate them. And you don't, in the sense of like saying like, say we didn't get along, you did something really nasty to me, and you came and spoke to me, right? And me being petty isn't necessarily me being rude to you. It could be like, oh, hi.
For me, my pettiness is, for example, if Trey did something to me, for one, no one would know about it because that's our business. So I don't put it out for anyone else to know. But my pettiness will be, okay, I'm going to cook dinner and I'm going to put something in it that he don't like. Oh, I forgot you don't eat onions.
Right, petty.
That's my pettiness. So that's like...
You gonna leave me hanging?
Oh.
It's okay.
Bentley don't like that.
Okay, Billy don't like petty.
So stuff like that is pettiness for me. Like something around the house, like something.
Yeah,
simple.
to me that's petty.
Yeah, I can be petty.
Y'all can be petty.
I think pettiness is the new black.
Wait.
What? I'm with you though.
Everybody
Yeah.
it's almost like it's like not about like back in my day. I'm older than anybody in here, and I'm I ain't gonna say how old I am, but I'm saying thank you. But I feel like back in the day, it was like to be petty or to be mean or to be spiteful. That wasn't a good thing. Nowadays, I think it's embraced. So that's why I say when I say this, the new black. At work, people, are being petty. Like everywhere you go, at Walmart, people being petty.
Yeah.
And it's just like that's what
thing
people
to
are
do.
doing now, and I just think it's just not good. Like I don't know. I just think we should be
I agree.
kinder.
It's not.
But I feel like
is.
it's been
I
around
agree,
forever though. Like,
just
and we
gave
just
it a
gave
name.
it a name.
Well, I don't
finally.
think that it was. I think it has been around forever, but
It
I don't
wasn't
think that it was
accepted.
accepted. I
Right.
think
Well,
people would shut it down more.
I don't think
back
so.
in the day.
Because I look at my mom and I look at her friends and like they.
So you
are,
come
like,
from a full line of
over
pettiness.
petty.
You go.
No, I'm just like even like.
Petty.
I come from like a family, that I was able to see like older generations and stuff. So I like look at that stuff, the things they do, and they didn't have a name for it necessarily. They didn't call it petty, but when I look at it, and because of we have this word now, and we're playing around with it more. So then, like, a lot of stuff they do is petty, and I'm like, oh, this how you been this entire baby? That is petty. And then they do petty on a whole nother level.
You absolutely right. Though.
You're right.
Now that you say that, you
Yeah.
are so right because I remember, like my grandma would talk about church ladies and
I was thinking of church ladies.
Yeah.
I did think of church
Nowadays
ladies.
we would say that that's petty, but back in the day it was just grandma was talking about birthdays.
I think it's kind of an
It was just-
openness of the pettiness these
It's
days.
free.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Like
an
at
open
church when they
It
were
has
like,
the title now.
let God use you. Somebody singing bad. They be like, let him use you.
And knowing at the end of the
You
day,
have a blessed day.
yeah.
Like that stuff.
Bless
is
your
so
heart was a biggest petty.
Right.
You see the littlest baby, and you be like, bless their heart.
Right. Yeah.
Some nice shoes.
You brought God into it.
Yeah. Right. So it's been around.
Yeah, I think it's just a different type because I even think about how like if old people get into it, they'll still like if one having a birthday party or something, they'll still bring them a gift. Bought you a gift, and they end up thinking.
Or they'll send
Yeah,
it if
right.
you don't come. They'll send it if
All right.
you don't come.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like they gonna bring the gift, but it's like, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You
I
right.
agree. So, I want to go around the room. Where do you see? So you've seen how the season ended. Where do you see your character going next season, or what would you like to see your character go next season? We'll start with. We'll kind of piggyback, or we'll jump around the room.
Okay.
Starting with you.
Okay, I see my character coming, like still working in the restaurant industry, but stepping up into like a new role, like maybe more management, because that's where she really needs to be. And and I feel like she's going to, because she's really like she's around a lot of people who really don't want her, but she has this person out there that's going to like come and just like totally like love her to death, and yeah.
So, Wendell, where do you see Vontae going next season?
So I see Vontae finding the love of his life.
Aww.
I also see Vontae moving into more of the corporate sector, finding the job that he really, really loves.
Is he going to franchise the restaurant?
Probably so. That's a deal that's up in the air. But yeah, I see Vontae moving into the corporate sector, really finding the love of his life, and just understanding and knowing that his friends are his friends, and that he's allowed to solicit advice from them, because Vontae is more of, giving them advice and telling them this is what you need to do.
Yeah, he did, because that finger on there on episode 5. You knew you weren't supposed to do it. We told you.
Right.
So I think next season I would love to hopefully see him become a little more open to his friends' advice.
Rico, what do you see Ken?
I see Ken getting into his relationship more. I think Ken needs to focus on.
You probably do.
I think Ken needs to focus on him and Darren's relationship, and maybe moving that relationship to the next level, or the next level after that, or whatever that may be, and being there for his friends more also.
Savion, Terrell.
Terrell, well, I would actually love to see my character have more partners, but
Okay.
just being honest, just being real. I would love to see him have more partners, because I mean, like, we treat him like a house, so like, let him have some pieces. But no, on some real stuff, I would want him to settle down. Like, he has all these positive people in his life. He should draw on some of that energy, definitely. At least try.
Darren.
I see Darren, I don't know, just growing with Ken and maybe having some friends of his own.
Yeah, we can.
And not having to be around Ken's friends all the time because they gossip too much.
Oh, wow.
And don't know facts. But so maybe get a fact checker in there,
Oh, my
I mean, I'm just saying.
Brian.
Jeremy. I guess I would like to see Jeremy backstory come out a little bit more. People can get an understanding of why he do the things that he do. Relating to real life.
Like right people.
That's true. Just want to see the backstory of what happened, what made him get to that.
There's a cause
I agree.
and effect to everything.
I agree.
It's life. It happens. I don't condone it, but it happens.
That's true.
People are really quick to to judge races, but they have issues that need to be talked about. Why they do the things that they do. So just to go more into background, to getting to know,
Get an understanding of
get
what
an
happened to
understanding of
Ayana, but
Somebody actually commented or asked about your background story, like what happened with Vontae. Why is something about Vontae? They want to know
college,
more.
what happened
Yeah,
in
just
college?
something happened with Vontae in college.
Just as I explained to them, this is not up for discussion.
all right. That was not NDA.
Okay, so Andre couldn't be here tonight, or Marcus. Marcus plays Andre on the show. So since he couldn't be here, where do you guys think Andre's character should go next year? Andre had a struggle this year. He was the younger character. He had like a struggle character, and he portrayed that very well, I thought. What do you guys see happening with him next
I
week?
want him to have some stability. Like, just stability.
I think he needs a life coach. Ashley can do that on the side.
Definitely not Ashley.
He needs something. He needs a mama. He needs somebody to kind of step in and kind of just pull his life together for him.
I agree.
So Ken not doing enough?
Clearly
No,
not.
No, Ken.
Trying to be the CEO of
Ken need
people.
to focus on his relationship. Ken ain't right. Ken ain't right.
That lap dance, he still got a lap dance.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Well, guys, thank you so much for joining us for season 1. As you've probably seen by now, we're actually taking it to the stage. So if you enjoyed season 1, you definitely need to come and see Love, Sex, and Marriage, the stage play. It's going to premiere during Labor Day weekend, August 29th through September 1st at 7 Stage Theater in Little Five Point here in Atlanta, Georgia. So tickets are on sale now. You can purchase them by going to 7stage.org. Make sure you go and check it out. You can also get the VIP package where you can hang out with all of us after the play. So make sure you go check it out. If you're out of town, come to Atlanta and meet all of us. We would love to see it. And leave us comments of what you would like to see